some of the questions that I'm not asking that I should be, or you wish other people would ask about visual performance?
The question I always ask is, why don't all players train this ability? Train this, because 80 to 90% of information that you base a decision on is visual. So why would you not train that system? What do you find with the players that you deal with?
Well, I train 100% of my players visually first and consistently through everything that we do. And I've gained quite a good reputation as someone who teaches people to play tennis very quickly. One thing that's really interesting to me is that generally at the end of a first lesson with a player, regardless of their level, whether they're a brand new beginner or they've been playing for quite some time, about 75 to 80% of the time, the strongest part of the feedback at the end is that they learned how to relax.
Yeah.
And so it's in that calmness that they're able to have more clarity, because their anxiety is getting in the way of actually seeing the ball clearly. And then that activates all this overthinking. It's a point of frustration for me as well, because I'm trying to get the word out about visual training, and yet 95% of the tennis world is focused on technique.
If I can ask you another question, if you take the French Open at the moment, which is on, how many of those players actually train their eyes and their brain and their motor response and decision making? How many of them would do that?
I would guess that pretty close to 100% of them do. I do believe
how do
so.
they
I think I think in the most rudimentary thing that they might do is go into a hallway and have someone behind them bounce a tennis ball against the wall. Okay.
It's not going to make a difference.
What percentage do you think are training their visual
I
training?
think none. I think none. Bouncing a ball from behind is, for me, is not elite sport. So it is fun. It's a fun way of training, that I agree. But the impact on performance is short-lived. So you need to do it a lot more, and you need to do it at a way higher level for it to have an impact on court performance. And that's obviously what our gym does. It trains at a level which is way above what happens on the court. And you would, in a 10-minute session of our gym, you would make about 500 decisions based on something you haven't done before or seen before. And that's what makes a difference, not bouncing balls. Because I see it all the time. I see trainers throwing tennis balls over the net and juggling and doing. It's not going to impact performance significantly.
Well, and I have taken the sample. That 10 minutes was quite challenging, and I was tired after that.
It must be, yes.